Kemi, Kemi, we're waiting for you. Wow, I'm super excited to be here today. I'm so happy. I see we have viewers already on ground. Wow, wow, wow. I'm super excited for this April edition. Okay. Okay.
Hello, good
Kemi,
afternoon. Good evening.
we have this afternoon. Like this has been a moment I've been waiting for. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Okay.
definitely.
Can you see me clearly?
Yes, I can see you, but I think it's a bit dark. I don't know. But
Yeah.
can you see me? Can you see me?
Okay.
Okay,
Can you
yes, it's
see me
better
now?
now. Yes, it's better now.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
See me as well,
Perfect. Yes, I can see you clearly. I can.
and you can
How
also
are
hear
you
me.
today? Happy Sunday. And
Same.
I'm so excited. We have our viewers already waiting. Like, it's been a moment I've been waiting and praying for. And when God actually brought this topic, I was wondering, please, what is breaking point? What is breaking point? And it made me realize a lot of things, because a whole lot of us at one point in time said, we okay, this is our breaking points. People have had like a million and one breaking point. They tell you, I am not doing this again, or I am
Course.
not going back to that old way or old addiction or something,
Yes,
to give a stop and say this is it. When you say this is it, this is it. You understand?
exactly.
And I'm excited
Yes.
to have you on the platform. Hello, viewers. Thank you, Janie, for joining in. Thank you so much. I see you. Thank you, everybody. I'm so excited. So, this is the Kuku Talk Show, April edition. And today's edition, the April edition, is about breaking points. And we have our guest speaker already on the platform, Mrs. Kemi Lawal. She's an HR consultant. She's also a life coach. She's a motivational speaker. She's fully loaded. She has a whole lot in store for us today, this evening. And I really can't wait, because I have my pen ready.
Oh, that's
Okay, yes, I
awesome.
just can't wait. I have a lot to jot down, because I feel a whole lot of us have to come to that point of saying, yes, we are moving on, we are breaking loose. There's no form of going back or reiterating what you've said, or what you decisions you made already before
That's
now.
all right.
Thank you so much, Ma, for joining me. This is a privilege, and we can't wait to have you. Thank you,
You're
Ma.
welcome. You're welcome. I am
Yeah,
also
so
yeah.
I hope you're ready to break our heads.
God will help us. God will help
Amen.
us.
Amen. Amen. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna be starting with Juma. So
Okay.
what do you see as breaking points? How would you define breaking points? Looking at the topic.
Breaking points. Well, like you said, people have one breaking point in their life. Or basically, I'll
Yeah.
say breaking point is actually that time, that phase, that particular period in time when it looks as if your whole world is crashing, and
Oh, okay.
you don't even have any strength to move on again. You feel you've done all you could, and it just looks as if nothing is working anymore. So at that point, you just want to give up because you're not even sure of whatness. You at that point you're already at your wit end, like you feel you've done everything you know how to do best, and you just want to give up, like you literally collapse, like I just can't move on anymore. So I think that phase is what we term to as breaking point. And we can have different phases. We can have at every point in time, many things can we can consider them as breaking points. So it's something that cuts across. So it's not just one thing that you can regard as breaking point. Like I said, it's a phase. So you can be on something and then maybe fulfilled expectations and all of that. Just everything just keep crashing and you just feel well, you don't have any strength to move on. That's breaking points basically.
Okay, so when one gets to that point, how do you come out of it? How do you make up that decision and say, okay, fine, this is that point. I've gotten to this breaking point. So how easy or how do one come forth or break out of that point and then make that decision that okay, I am moving on and there's no going back? Because I've seen a lot of people that they'll tell you, okay, this is my breaking point. For instance, someone that smokes or you are addicted to something and you tell yourself, okay, this is my turning point, no going back. And you see yourself going back and doing that same thing over and over again. You understand? People do just come
Mhm.
out of that point.
Mhm. It is not easy, oh, but one just have to. Takes it's going to take a lot of courage and determination. So I would like to use
Yeah.
this analogy. Okay, you're on a journey, you're let's say you're on a journey and you're carrying loads, like you have plenty things on you and you're on that journey and something happened, maybe you step on something or you hit your leg on a stone and the whole stuff you're carrying just falls down. You know, all the
You are
things you
carrying
have,
an egg.
maybe you're carrying a briefcase and everything is just scattered and all. And of course, you know you have there is a journey ahead. And you know at this point
Yeah.
that you cannot just afford to remain there. You're still looking at the journey ahead. So what do you do at that time? Start arranging things now. You start picking maybe a book from your briefcase has flown to somewhere. So you start arranging everything. You start gathering everything so that you've not gotten to where you are going and you cannot afford to stay where you are falling, where all of your stuff are scattered. So what you do at that time, you just have to gather it again and then you repack. If you need
Hmm.
to, whatever adjustments you
Pack.
need to do, then start making it. And you strengthen yourself that okay, oh, this journey, I have to meet this journey. So after packing, probably you did not pack it well. That was why the whole stuff fell down. So you now repack and then you gather courage again, you gather strength because you know that the journey has not ended. Because when the journey has not ended, you still have to continue. So the same way, as long as we are alive, our journey has not ended. So whatever happened, whatever stop is not a full stop, it's just a comma. So what we just need to do is just to analyze the situation and look at it. Okay, what now? I am at this point. What exactly do I need to do? You just take time. Fine, it's not going to be as easy as I'm saying, but if you have to cry, if you have to, whatever you have to do, just do. But even after that, still gather yourself because you know that the journey cannot end here. In as much
Hmm.
as you are still alive, the journey has not ended and you still have the journey ahead of you. So take your time, analyze the situation. If there is anything you need to learn about that phase, pick up your lessons and just continue the journey with courage, with determination, with resilience. And the thing that should keep you going is the fact that you know that the journey has not ended. That is what, if you can hold on to that fact that this life, in as much as you are still alive, you're still breathing on this earth. The journey has not ended. You still have to continue. There is a destination ahead, and even a glorious one at that. So you cannot afford whatever that is happening now to hold you down. The only thing you need to gather yourself and
Together.
continue the journey with courage, with determination, and of course, with the help of God.
Wow, you've said more and more than enough. Let me pick one point. You said something about repack. So that means we shouldn't remain in that state of depression. We shouldn't remain in that state of downcastedness. We shouldn't remain in that state of being downtrodden and telling yourself, I can't move on, or I can't do it, or how can I come out of this phase. I've seen people that have been in bad relationships and they feel that is like that's how their life is going to be forever. That they will keep meeting wrong relationships or toxic relationships. But from what you said there is life, there is still hope for you. So you shouldn't still remain in that and I feel that is how your life is going to be. Exactly. Thank you so so much. But what really does it mean to move on? When you say you've moved on, when one says I have moved on, does it mean you have to still wallow in that self pity or in that past life, or do you have to just make up your mind and tell yourself no, this is that point I have. And please, we would like you to also share experiences or difficulties you faced, because most times some persons will tell you, okay, I have moved on in this phase of my life, but yet you still find yourself thinking or being depressed or remembering those things you've left behind and all that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. When you talk about moving on, what moving on means is that you're leaving the old behind. You're leaving your old identity, the old you, and you have made a determination that the old you cannot continue the journey ahead. So you're leaving the past behind. You're moving ahead. This is now a new you, regardless of what had happened in the past, regardless of the past failure, regardless of the disappointment, regardless of the addiction. You have determined that, oh, I want to turn a new leaf. I have this journey ahead, and this old me cannot take me to that new paradise, that vision, what I have envisioned for my life. So you need to just come to that point where you just realize that this old me cannot take me to where I am going. So you give yourself that clarity, that defining moment that this is new me. People are going to some people are still it's likely that some people may look at you with your past, maybe at what this person has done in the past. But you have determined within you that this is and like the Bible says that whoever everyone that has right is a new creature. So you are a new creature. You are no longer your past. You're not your failure anymore. You're not your
Yes, you are
disappointment.
not your failure.
You are
Yes.
not. This is a new you. You have left all those things behind. And this is a new you that so moving on is a new you. If you say you are moving on and you are still holding back to the past, then you are not moving on. You're just you're saying something else. You've not really determined to move on. When you say you're moving on, it is new you that is going ahead. You have left the past. Okay. So talking about sharing,
Your
okay, I
experience,
have
yeah.
my experience. I basically have when it comes to breaking points, I have different experiences that I can share. But the one
Okay.
I'm being led to share
Okay.
let is the one that okay when I was searching for a job, when I was practically looking for an headway concerning my career. So when I finished school, I finished school with high expectations of the after service I was going to get very good job. Like I had so expectations. But coming out, it wasn't what I expected. I met a lot of rejection, I met a lot of disappointment. And it was something that really made me feel bad because most times when I apply for some jobs for some interview, what I actually get was the fact that okay, there was a particular age they are looking for. So it made me feel rejected. That does it mean I cannot? Because the truth is,
Get a
when I
job.
actually,
Yes.
yes, when I actually finished my school, in fact, my school recommended me for a job with a particular bank.
Wow.
The bank came to my school to request for to give them a list of the best students at that time. So my school specifically recommended me. When I told them I was above age at that time, so they could not take me. So it really made me depressed and disappointed. And it looks as if I really cannot. I just felt that it seems there is nothing I can do as regards to career. So there was a particular day I went for one interview, also with high expectations because I know I've done everything. In fact, I even told one of my friends, we were excited together. But on getting there, in fact, the interviewer told me, Kemi, you did well, gave me all those positive vibes and all of that. But she said, oh, we are sorry for so reasons, which
Wow.
the same reason was the age. I was like, that
Yeah.
they actually wanted age limit below 25 years. And of course, at that time, I was over that age limit. So the thing, that particular one really that bad. Like after all this while, and meanwhile, I'd attended several interviews. So that day I went home. In fact, I didn't even know how I got home because I was
That was
very.
like a breaking point for you.
I didn't meet anybody. I just went straight to my room. So that my friend I told had to call me because he was expecting feedback. And when I picked the call, I could not say anything. I was just crying. I was just
Wow.
crying. So so at that point when I was crying, I will never forget. At that point when I was crying, he just kept singing for me, and the song he sang was, "I just can't give up now. Come
Yes,
too
yes.
far from where
From
I
where I
started."
started from.
He told me the road would be.
Won't be easy.
I don't believe he brought me
Who's
this
got me
far.
this far to leave you? Wow, wow.
That lyrics of that song re-energized me. Like I just took that part that I don't believe God has brought me this.
To leave me. Yes.
I started looking at, okay, what else can I do? Regardless of what the job market is saying, what else can I do? So with that, I started strategizing for other entry points. And to God be the glory, today I can say that I am growing
You're
in
an
my career.
HR consultant.
Yes. And the
Yes.
lessons I learned at that period is really, really helping me, even in my work and even when I consult for organizations. So, in fact, I even feel relieved sharing it.
Wow.
I can just remember the lyrics of the song
Wow.
because that song really, really energized me. Like, I believe God has not brought me this far to leave me. And I want everyone that is at any breaking points, just have that belief that God cannot bring you this far to leave you. God cannot abandon you. The fact that you're here, invest in your government, God has made so much investment that He cannot just dump you. God does not do abandoned projects. He cannot leave
Yes.
you here. He cannot dump you. So just hold on to that fact, and I believe it will energize you to move on to the next
Wow.
level.
Thank you so much. In fact, you've even spoken on the last point. You've advised, you've given us the
Oh,
nuggets that we can't even forget. Thank you so,
wow.
so much,
I'm
ma'am.
glad.
So I believe that would have questions, and even if you have, you can still send in your questions later on. Our guest speaker will be readily available to listen to those questions. And if you have any
Definitely.
question now, you can still drop it at the comment section. We would answer those questions shortly. So we are
Okay.
so, so excited to have you. I've noted down a lot of points. You said there is still hope, there is life, and you should learn to forgive yourself as well. Yes, I also picked up that part. You don't
Yes.
have to rely in that self guilt and keep feeling that, okay, this is just the end of the road for me. And breaking point is like a moment of self discovery. You need to
Yes. Yes.
repark, like you
Yes.
said.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Like
yes.
you can turn your breaking point to a defining moment. You can
Yes,
turn
a
it
defining
instead
moment.
of instead of making you to break you down. turn it to a defining moment. Just the way I can
Yes.
that story I just shared, and I could pick up lessons from it. So you too, you can, whatever thing you're experiencing, you can change it to a defining moment. Pick a word. What is saying concerning it? That is what will strengthen you on the journey. Like having clarity, strengthen yourself with good company,
Yes.
with the word of God, because it's not easy. Like I'm saying it now and it may be sounding as if it is easy. No, it is easy. It is not easy. But you have to surround yourself with positive vibes, positive people.
Yes. Positive people, positive friends too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, yes, yes. Thank you so, so, so much. Thank you so much, Ma. We've had a whole lot to take in today. And it's so sad to say that we've come to the end of to this edition of Breaking Point. I know there's a whole lot to be said. There's a whole lot, but I want you all to go back with these basic points that there's so much on the inside of you. That breaking point should be a moment of self-discovery. Should be a moment, a turning point for you. Should be a
Mm,
point where you just tell yourself, okay, I am not holding back to what had made me depressed. I am not holding back to self guilt, but then I'm moving on. This is a point for me to see myself in a new dimension. It's a new beginning for me. That is what you
exactly.
should tell yourself. Do
Mm,
not relent. There is so much loaded in you. There is so much loaded in you. You don't know if God has actually made you go through that phase to teach you some certain lessons that would equip you for that bigger place that He's taking you to.
exactly. Exactly.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
just keep pushing, keep moving on, and the sky is your starting point.
Exactly. Yes.
Now
So
you
there
are
is
a HR
lighter feeling
consultant, you
ahead.
are doing so well. Assuming you just kept going for the interviews and you just kept getting depressed, they did not take me because
And
of age, and you
assuming
just
I did
kept
not
feeling.
re
Yes,
strategize and look
re-strategize.
for other
Yes,
entry points, I by
yes,
now
yes.
I would do something else than
Said, okay, I have scope Fumbi Olubada. She said God has plans for us and he waits for the perfect time to execute it. Yes, that is
hmm,
very correct. God has plans for every one of us. And the fact that he has not executed our plan now does not mean he has forgotten you. There is, your
hmm,
time is coming. You may not see it now, but when God comes for you, he comes very, very big. He comes in a big
hmm.
way. Thank you so much, Oluwafunmi Bada, for joining in. Thank you, Lawson Clothing. Thank you so much. I see a lot of people. Thank you so, so much for joining in. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Janie. Wow,
Right.
Janie said it's a beautiful program. Thank you so much. It's like in fact, the whole points have been exhausted, and we can go on and on. Thank you so much, ma. We hope we'll have you
No,
again. One of these days we'll
definitely.
have you again. Thank you, ma. God bless
I'll
you.
be
We've come to
glad.
the end of the edition of Breaking Points, the April edition of the Co Nigeria Talk Show. So our May edition will be coming up very, very soon, and we would have our speaker very soon. And our flyer will publicize the speaker, the topic very soon. Thank you so much and have a pleasant evening. Thank you, Ma, for joining me. God bless you so, so much. We love you.
I love you.
We love you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Thank you,
All right.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.